Hello YouTube, welcome to my world. We're going in depth with Garuda. I didn't really get a chance to go in depth with it the last time. I just touched on it, but I did actually go through it and Garuda deserved that. So I'm just going to do a video here touching in everything that Garuda has to offer in terms of applications and some of the features that it has. So I'm basically going to show you what happens when you boot the computer from the USB that has Garuda installed on it. My computer is basically set to boot automatically from the USB if one is plugged in, but you have to press the specific key to get into your boot options. On my computer you hit F9. It brought me to this page where I have these other partitions and my Windows partition over there. But we're just going to be booting from the flash drive, so you can see it at the top there. That's the flash drive, and it boots here to where you can boot from the proprietary drivers. So you select that, and it has an option as well for booting with the open source drivers, but being that I'm using an NVIDIA card, I will be using the proprietary drivers because those are better. If you're using AMD, you would use the open source drivers, and it gives you this option from before you start the installation process. So as soon as you plug the thumb drive in and you get here, it's gonna ask you to boot the driver, so just keep that in mind. I booted from the proprietary drivers. I hit that option. It comes up with this. I think this is what they call the verbo screen, where it gives you a black screen with white writings. And it's starting everything right now, so it's showing you all the processes and everything that's going on. And after that, screen is black, but it's gonna give us, after it comes off that screen, should go right into the, it comes right up. Okay, so it comes right up to the welcome screen. This is our dock right here, and it gives us this other taskbar at the top here, and it shows us our welcome at the top over on the left side. That was my external monitor at the top. This is the main desktop with the install icon, the option to install the OS. Still the same thing at the top. It actually creates this icon on the desktop where you can install Garuda from, and it also comes with this little window here where you can just start the installation process, which is what I would recommend. It basically started unpacking files and so forth, and it ran through the entire procedure. It came here where it says generating machine ID. It got stuck there for a little while, but it went through. It gave us another message about inframs, about generating or creating inframs. Went ahead to configure the hardware. And the installation process gave a lot of different messages, but it then says that it was installing the bootloader and it was very close to completion. After that, it said something about post installation, and after that it was actually done. I rebooted, and it came up with a wonderful dragon, the famous Garuda dragon. Told me about the kernel, which is the Zen kernel that it has, and it rebooted. I had to actually press F9 to choose it because I have Windows installed already, but I had to actually hit F9 in order to select the OS that I wanted to install from my bootable partition, advanced boot settings and so forth. There's an option here where I can actually boot straight into Windows from within here in case I didn't have the first screen. It also has UEFI firmware settings. It has snapshots where you can get restore points, so you can restore if anything goes wrong, you can come here and restore the entire system without booting into it, so that's very good. And the regular options for rebooting and shutdown. And Guys, this is what I'm having right now. This is a Heineken. This is what I'm drinking right now, guys, while I'm doing this, because you have to drink something sometimes. It doesn't have to be extremely strong. So this is like some light beer. So I'm just having this right now, keeping the vibe and going through with this video. When it came up, the first thing that I did after installation is Setup Assistant. The Setup Assistant wants to update the system, so I select yes on that. And then it launched the terminal and asked for my password. I went ahead and put that in, and that started to install everything. And I wanted to get this out of the way first before installing OBS, so I did I have the system do an entire update and everything, and it updated a lot. It prompted me to select yes for the installation sometimes, and I had to do that. And yeah, it basically installed and updated everything, and that's what I did before I installed OBS. Alright guys, so the reason you're seeing this black screen is because for some reason, monitor is on. Alright, so monitor is on right now because I'm just testing things, and I'm just going to turn this off right here so that you can hear me properly and it's not totally disgusting. Don't know why he's barking. Alright, so, and my levels right now are extremely low, and that's because I haven't set up anything as yet. This is just the base install. I've done a few customizations already, so we're gonna go through them. And the first thing that I'm gonna do while we're here is, and I'm just gonna show you OBS right here because this is the program that I use for everything, and I'm going to show you the settings that I made when I just installed this. Now I think I need to go into my audio settings here. Hold on, I need to turn this up a bit, so in case I'm extremely low, I'm going to turn this back on. So I'm going to go to advanced settings right there, and this is desktop audio, so I'm going to do monitoring for monitor and output. So we have that, and I don't know if this is going to sound a bit disgusting. Okay, I think I'll just turn this off, so maybe you'll just be hearing me alone. Alright, now we're going to get some filters on this because you might be hearing some frying. Don't know if you're hearing some frying, because it's a really bad quality microphone, so I have to put these filters on it to smoothen things out. Okay, so noise suppression. Okay, that fixed most of that, so you might not be hearing the fine anymore. I'm not hearing it from the monitoring that I set up. And we're gonna put a gain on this next to bring the volume a little bit up to the point where we are not going to be hearing any frying. You might be hearing some crickets in the background because it's night now, and where my studio is, it's close to outside the bushes, so you might be hearing some crickets and so forth, but yeah, we're gonna live with them. And maybe the noise suppression might just kill that if I add a noise gate, and I use this as a kind of okay, so this is how the noise gate is set. I think it's this one. Yeah, right here. Okay, so I think one of them is the threshold, where anything that goes up a certain level you won't hear it. So I think this is good. This is probably okay. I'm not sure how this works, but my environment is fairly quiet. It's just a fan right on, and I gotta keep cool, guys, so the fans are gonna stay. So yeah, just a little noise. I think it sounded a little bit better when I had the noise gate on it. I'm gonna put that threshold that I brought down, or was it this, and then I brought this back up. Alright, so I'm not quite sure, but I think I sound a little bit better with the noise gate. Yeah, alright, so I'm keeping that. And one more thing that I kinda put on to smoothen things out a bit, this compressor here, and I just leave it stock. and that's it. Okay, I'm not sure what kind of error this is. I don't know if this is gonna be recorded, but some of these things looks compressed. I don't know what's going on here. Something's going on here. It's not properly set up. Yeah, they're squeezed up together. I'm not sure why. But that's a compressor, and I like that. And the weird thing is the minimize and the maximize and the close button, they're not actually on the top of the window when you maximize it. They go up into this bar here like how macOS does it. I don't know, I'm not sure if this was how Garuda was when I just installed it, but this is how this is. So I'm gonna turn off this monitor now. I'm not sure if you were hearing me. I did mute the sound, but I'm gonna turn it off because it's very annoying for me. Alright guys, so I just restarted and we're here again on my black screen. Now I just want to show you that it's still, oh, I think I need to create a new scene here. Let's see if this is possible while I'm recording. I'll create a new scene here, and this is gonna be, so this is actually the wallpaper for the stock desktop that I'm using, which is on my computer. So I just wanted you guys to see what this is. This is what it is. This is basically that desktop, right? I'm not gonna really be using this one. This is a 720p desktop, so we're just gonna be sticking with the 1080p one though. Get that one. So we're basically going to go through what I've done to what I do after I install a Linux distro. Being that I actually have this black wallpaper here, this is the first thing that I want to get rid of. So we're going into my browser here. This is FireDragon, right? I think that Garuda just called Firefox FireDragon, but it's whatever. Okay, going to google.com, of course, because I don't know what the default search is. Let me just set that up. I would like to set up my default search so that I can just hit this main bar here and just type whatever I want without going to the website itself. And I don't see Google there. Why? Default search. I've never used, okay, maybe this is actually not Firefox and this is actually FireDragon, because this does not look like Firefox anymore. I don't think they said it's home. Homepage. Can we just have a homepage be a custom URL? Let's try that. Custom URL, that's right. Let's just put google.com there. Use current page. Okay, so let's close this down. Oh, what's going on? Grab this. It's not grabbing. I'm not sure what's going on. I want to close this. Okay. That was kind of weird. I'm wondering if this is bugging. So relaunch FireDragon. Let's see if it's going to bring us right to google.com, because I like to have that as my first default search engine. Makes my life easier. It brings me back to this page. Do I have to save the settings or something? Okay, this is weird. Homepage and new window. So new window. Homepage. Homepage is google.com. New window. New windows, new tab. Okay, I'm fine with new window being new tab. Homepage needs to be google.com. Alright, so we want some wallpapers. One website that I like to go to is Wallpaper Wide. They have awesome wallpapers and they are free. And I mean, even if you want to put a copyright wallpaper on your desktop home computer, I think that's perfectly fine. It's up to you. What's this now? Something about security. We are gonna continue to this site. I think I've gotten that issue already, but it's fine. But this looks pretty cool. As I see it, I just know that it looks pretty cool. Now this is a 1080p monitor, but I'm going to download one that is bigger so that it looks a little better. Okay, ultra wide HD. I think this is the one that I have to take. HD standards, smartphones and so forth. That's the one that I have to take. Okay, here it is. Wonderful. Let's get ourselves a wallpaper. How do I get this on? It's not that easy. Is there an option where I can just... Okay, that's not an option. So let us just... And for some reason I can't drag this at the top. Can I? Okay, I can. I just need to position my mouse correctly. Although other windows I could drag them from the top, but you know, it's not perfect. It's Linux. As good as it is, I mean, as good as Linux is, it's not perfect. Alright, so my wallpaper, I need this. I need this on my desktop. Okay, there is another way to do it. I'm just trying to play around here. Configure desktop and wallpaper. Let's close this out. And those animations, those slow animations, we're gonna fix those. I don't like how slow those animations are. I don't like any of these wallpapers that come stock. I want the computer to be more like me and not more like someone from Garuda. So download, I think, Miles Muller. Okay, that's great. Where is he? He's all the way to the bottom. Okay, let's just. Oh, here it is. It's at the top. I'm not sure if it was there. Apply. Okay. Now that looks good, guys. I don't know about you, but that looks great. So I like my wallpaper first. I like the fact that this is already transparent. I don't know if it was GNOME it would have been like this, but I decided deliberately not to use GNOME because I just would not like it. I like my wallpaper, I like my transparency. And what did I say that we were going to do? Change that the animations, they're so slow. And let's see now, appearance. If it's not appearance, it's workspace behavior. It's gotta be one out of these two. Let's maximize this. Clicking toolbars, go open to upside down. Clicking files to open them. Instead, select them. I like this option instead, not open them. Select. And animation speed. I've turned this down. Behavior, desktop information, and visual feedbacks. Probably not in there. I don't see those are needed to be on anyways. And I keep coming to desktop effect. The animations are still slow, but I realize that I did the wrong thing just now. I should speed this up to instant instead of being extremely slow. So we're gonna end up with a faster animation, but I can't get this window to drag. I don't know why. Now I can Windows and the down arrow key to accomplish that, and this should make things a little bit quicker now. Yeah, this wallpaper is just stunning right now, I tell you. But anyways, alright, that should be a lot quicker. I think I want to fix this. I want to get this window management, window behavior, title bar actions. I don't know where this option is. I did it the last time. I'm not sure exactly where it is. Movement, advanced. It's here somewhere. Double click does nothing. Mouse wheel, title bar and frame options. Alright, we're gonna leave this because I'm not sure how to get this. And this is probably specific to Garuda alone, so no need to worry about this if you're using any other distro. But My windows, my animations are good, so whatever distro it is, if the animations were to oh my gosh, this is kind of annoying guys, because usually I just drag the damn thing. So I'm gonna figure out how to get this fixed and then we continue from there, because I gotta like quit, so that's weird. So I'm gonna get that fixed. I did not necessarily find any changes that I could make, but for some reason I think it was some setting that I changed where these come back up here, so I can click from here and drag it down. And also I did a small thing just now, so I'm not gonna hide anything from you. I'm letting you know everything that I did into the display settings. And what I did was this monitor, it was a little bit too close down to here, and I don't know if that made a difference, because I think this pink line is the dock, so I dragged it a little bit up more away from the original monitor so that there's a space here. And I don't know if sometimes because when I put the cursor, no, discard settings, sometimes maybe if I put the cursor to the top, it might bug and go to the other monitor that's underneath. I'm not sure if that was what was causing the problem before, but when I dragged the monitor up, my secondary monitor a little away from the primary monitor, it didn't do it anymore. So if I maximize now, I can just put my mouse here, drag it, and it comes back normal. So I'm pleased with that. So I'm not sure if there's anything else here that I wanted to touch on. Yeah, if the right click here just gives you, this is a very easy distro guys, as I said, so just go around, play around with it. As I showed you before, how we install it and the features that it has. And I'll just show you guys one more thing in case you don't like it, because I did mention it before that this is kind of up in your face, but the themes are changeable. So let's see, we have a breeze dark here. I like dark themes, they are easier on my eyes, so applying the dark theme there for this breeze, and things will change to this look, and it won't look like the transparency will go away if you're not into that. The icons, the colors, where are they? Colors, you can change the colors. The icons, if the candy colors, the candy icons are too much, you can change them here. You can use the breeze ones, you can use the breeze dark. I don't like the breeze, I don't like the breeze. I mean, there's still, let's use this one. Something that's a little more simple, like this isn't bad. Let's see, app launcher, this isn't bad. So this is a little bit closer to stock KDE. So I mean, it's changed already. I mean, you can even take off the windows, the wobbly windows if you don't like it. Plasma, I don't think it's plasma style. I think it's window management. Okay, desktop effects. Oh, this is where they are. The wobbly windows can be taken off with this. The blur can be taken off. Fade-in pop-ups can be taken off. Login, logouts, need those. Maximize. Wobbly windows. There it is. If you don't like it, it can be taken off. Whoa. Oh, I didn't apply it. I like it though. I like. Okay, this is kind of like. This is extremely. This just shows how fast your computer is, because your computer has to process those wobbly windows sometimes, and you can see some glitches when you're doing some wobbliness, when some wobbliness is taking place. This is just really nice though. This is snappy. This is nice too, and this is, some people can use their distro like this. This is okay. This is a lot more simple. It's not so in your face, and yeah, with just a few customizations. So what I actually do after I install a Linux distribution, there's one more thing. So let's just remove console, because on pin it doesn't have a nice pretty icon. I'm gonna change my icons. I'm really gonna change my icons. I just want to show you guys. Why is it giving me to put in password to go? Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. I clicked better first. I wanted system settings. Right. I just wanted to show you guys the settings, but I'm actually not gonna keep that. I like when things look as a style. Okay, let's just change back like the theme, the entire theme. Let's just change it to sweet. Sweet is what it was on. I have sweetified plasma, so let's just use sweet. And don't change my wallpaper, keep the wallpaper, thank you. Oh, sweet is dark. Let's use sweetified plasma then. Good, this is fine with me. As a matter of fact, I think I'll keep it without the wobbly windows because I just love seeing how fast things are. Okay, so I'm going to show you the default application that it comes with and what I've downloaded. So you can hit the start key so when I hit the start key it brings the start menu up, but it's not on this monitor. So let's see, how would I get it? Okay, so this is it. Okay, so I hit start over here, app launcher, it brings up, this is the start menu. So what's here? Favorites, nothing. Applications, add or move. This is the software store as far as I know. Let's see if we can stretch this out a bit. No, we can't. Okay, maybe we can in a setting. Networking, some advanced networking settings. Alacrity, this is the terminal right here. Let me just punch it up real quick, and it comes in this window. And it's telling you everything about this computer, and it goes how much. Wow, okay, so it's just using 2.5 gigs out of the 11 gigs, or 8, it's 12 gigs, but you know, 11.6 something gigs. This is good, and I'm recording right now. So, and Windows would never do this. Windows would never give me this amount of memory free. Alright, so let's close out of Alacrity, and this is using the fish shell. I think this is NeoFetch. This is a NeoFetch, so it's basically a program that gives you these informations when you launch it. I don't know much about it, but I know that much. Alright, this is, and that's the fish shell there for that terminal. App launcher, where were we? Alacrity is the terminal. Archiving tool, okay. That's for zip files, or I don't know if it takes on RAR files, RAR files. We'll have to check that once. What's this now? This is some server. This is for some. This is a kind of, looks like it's a special kind of browser. Browse for zero config. Okay, I'm not sure what this is, but it's some kind of browser. What's this? This is connected to it, and this is connected to it as well. B, Betterfs, and you see how it actually alphabeticalizes everything. So just like in Windows 8, I think Windows 8 did something like this with the start menu. And I think actually Windows 8 is the first place that I saw it on, because afterwards Windows 10 and Windows 11 came with it. So let's see, if you click it, what happens? Because on Windows, when you click it, it gives you the individual letters and you can jump around to them based on groups. So it doesn't do anything here, but that's fine. Betterfs, this is what controls the snapshots that basically backs up the computer, backs up everything in just a split second. So this is very good, and it's a special type of file system that Linux is using, so that's good as well. A new type of file system. Discord, this is what I installed during post installation. I picked this. I didn't see OBS, so I picked this. Discover, this is another app center. Dolphin, this is the file manager. JoyCam, I installed this in the post installation process. It basically connects to your phone and allows the computer to use your phone's webcam via Wi-Fi or USB. You can connect and you can use the phone's camera, and you can use that as the camera for any application. So if you're using like some online based application like StreamYard or any kind of application, even if it's downloaded or online, or if it's a program that is built in, the computer will actually recognize the phone as a separate camera with this application. That's Droid Camera here, so that's good. And you know your phone, if you don't have a digital camera or a separate individual camera, then your phone is a very good one, especially with the cameras that are on these phones nowadays. And what's this? Emoji selector. This looks pretty cool. I don't know what this is, but it's a nice thing to have. So if you want to just know what this distro has, because the distro is free and everything that comes here is free, so if you want to know just what it has, then this video is going to go in depth. Maybe not in depth in details of each and everything, but just highlighting everything that I can find that I think is important. Alright, what's this? Firelight, disk usage statistics. Okay, I believe this just shows information about the disk. Firejack, and this is a web browser. Firmware, I think this configures firmware and so forth, so you can change that. Fish, this is what I said, this is the shell that we're using on our terminal. Garuda Assistant, this is a little thing that comes up. Let me launch it so I can show you, because it has a lot of different features on it. And I think I need to adjust a few things in here too. Alright, gives us the maintenance tab first. What do I need here? Nothing here. Remove packages, nothing to remove. I just install this. Reinstall packages, system updates. I did this before I did a restart, that's fine. BetterFS and Snapper. Okay, we're not gonna do that just yet. I don't think I'll be doing any deep configurations, because if you're gonna be doing configurations, you need to do a backup before if you know that you're gonna do something that might crash the system. So this is very important, but we're not gonna touch that right yet. System components, audio, we're using Pipewire. Okay, that's good. I think Pipewire is better than Pulse Audio, because I'm not having any issues with OBS right now, and I did when I was using Pulse Audio, and I knew that any distro that came with Pipewire would be good. So that's one other reason why I'm using this. I'm not sure if Fedora had it, I don't remember. But yeah, this is good for audio virtualization. This is just for like, I guess you can install these VirtualBox and Virt Manager for running applications in a virtual environment, or running operating systems in a virtual environment, but not doing that just right now. The last time I used VirtualBox, it was good. It wasn't the best though. But the first time that I used Virt Manager was great. So and although Virt Manager can be a little bit more difficult to get installed, it's better. So I'm gonna try and get Virt Manager installed instead of VirtualBox and show you how it's done. And I'll try my best to make the installation process not difficult for you as much as it will be for me. Alright, what else do we have here in system components? Bluetooth, nothing. Print and scanning, nothing here. Settings, bash shell. Okay, we're using the bash shell, that's fine. I mean, you have the ZH fish shell. Okay, yeah, this is change. Oh yes, this is where you can change it. Alright, but we don't want to change it right now. You can change it to one, but I don't know why it's on bash by default. I'm pretty sure this was the fish shell. I think we saw fish when we were at the top, right? Yeah, this fish. I'm not sure why that is. Okay, nothing there. System specs. Okay, nothing there. That's basically Garuda Assistance, guys, if you've seen it. Back into applications, we were in Garuda Assistant. Garuda boot options. Oh, I actually wanted to get rid of the other. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, or I will mention it if I haven't mentioned it. But those extra boot options, Zero Linux and Poppers, I want to get rid of them. But it's still not going to show me. Still not going to show me the other ones. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so this is the boot options. Close that out. Alright, we have Garuda Gamer, so this is just the utility to install gaming stuff. As clearly states here. And network assistance for networking stuff. Settings manager, this actually is different. This is a very important settings manager because you can change the most important things on your computer here for hardware performance, and that is the kernel and the driver. So you go to kernel here, and this should just pop up a little box where you can change the kernel versions. You should be able to do that and see the ones that are best for your system. I don't know why it's not coming up. Why is it? Oh, okay. This page is weird. As all along I've been talking, it didn't click. This page is like, it's like a folder, so you have to double click on it. It's weird. See how clicking off. Alright, so we're on 5.16 kernel, and this is installed. Alright, so I should be able to change this during boot. Recommended. This is a very good kernel though, but we're gonna stick on this one for now. We're not doing anything much at the moment. And device hardware configuration. This is what lets you change the drivers, and I'm currently running what's new out there right now. There's no other new drivers. There's a 470X. Okay, this Optimus one should be good because here this gives me the option where I can change the NVIDIA, so it should be good. Now I haven't even checked the driver that we're running, so let me go ahead and check that real quick. Control Alt. Hold on, I'm using one hand, guys. I'm holding the mic. So Control Alt T. Bring up Alacati. I could have just clicked it, but I want to use my keyboard. I'll go through. And NVIDIA -SNI. No, I don't know if this is gonna give me an error. Okay, I'm running on the 5 NVIDIA driver. This is good. This is the best driver, and the drivers, they are working and properly good. Alright, and that's the reason that I like Garuda, because if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, it just has all the drivers there. Yeah, and once it updates and stuff, it's good. Now with Fedora does a very good job with the drivers as well. It's just that it's a more difficult process to get them installed, but I don't know the exact benchmarking value to say, okay, it's this much better or it's Garuda is that much better, but I do know that Garuda is good and Fedora is good as well. Alright. What else do we have? Welcome. This is the little welcome screen. This is the welcome message and so forth. This should have been, I don't even know why this is still here. Greenify. I think this is actually what optimizes your graphics card. I think you can do some overclocking here. No undervolting though, apparently, based on a top review that I heard. See that Greenify doesn't have the ability to undervolt. I don't know if things changed, but this is something that I think requires you to do a bit of research on, because I don't know what I'm doing here, but this is basically where you can do stuff. I know that you can bring the memory up, but in Windows, when I use MSI config to do this, if you have to do it a little by little, like really little by little, because it will crash the system with just a few megahertz, so, and reboot the system. Alright, so as I was saying, what I do know is that if you make these changes and you don't configure them properly, then it will crash the system, and I don't think I'm ready for that right now. It's giving me some options for values here. So guys, if you want to use this to either, I'm not sure if there's any updated information on undervolting, which I think is very good for any graphics card, any NVIDIA card, but with this application, if you want to know how to do that stuff, I recommend you could do some thorough research on your card and extra steps. Find a video that's just talking about this alone. Watch more than one of them. See what someone does, see what settings they make, what each button does, get an idea of what each button does, and take your time with this. This should give you better performance on your graphics card. Alright, where were we? Greenify. This is a image viewer. Show hardware topology. I've seen this before. I'm not sure what it is, but I don't think it's important to us. Help. HTOP. This shows hardware information and programs that are running and how much resources they take up. This is HTOP. It's very colorful. It's very pretty. It shows you everything, where your memory is in your CPU cores. The distro has HTOP installed because most others you will have to install it, or they come with a program called TOP and not HTOP. Weird, but HTOP is good. Icon browser. Okay, this is a theme. Icon theme. Yeah, okay, an icon theme. Okay. Info center. I'm sure what that is. James DSP. This is a wonderful audio configuration program. It lets you sound really good. It really has some really good configurations. It has some really good features. Dynamic boost. This will probably make my voice sound a little bit more bassy. I don't know how it sounds right now, but we're not going to be using it. I'm just showing you. It has a lot of really cool settings. I use it personally to listen like music or to listen any other, depending on what I'm listening to, because I know I have it turned up a little bit, the treble. Alright, so it's a really very cool little program for audio configuration. It would be something like your audio control panel, but it's a little more. It has a lot more features, a lot more. I think it has a compressor there and reverb and so forth. These are categorized based on type, as you can see, internet, multimedia, office settings and so forth. So we're just running through everything that it has installed, and I'll let you know what I installed. This is the camera. This is a text editor. This is a calculator. That's really nice. Let's just take a look at this calculator here real quick. Ooh, okay, kinda nice, simple. Dark. Cannot maximize, cannot resize. Can maximize, which cannot maximize rather. Okay. Probably bugged, or it's just a really badly programmed. Should be able to maximize at least, or resize. But maybe it's just a really very, very simple calculator, which is fine. Connect, it's for some synchronization with devices, not important for me right now. And SMS connect. KDE manager, which controls partitions and drives and so forth, very good. The view disk usage, okay. Find folders. I believe it's what searches for everything on the computer, like here. Probably, I'm not sure, but I think it's affiliated with it. Certificate manager for crypto GUI. Okay, so that's for crypto. That's interesting for crypto users. Check that out. Compare. I'm not sure what this is. Console. That's a terminal. Remote desktop clients for some remote desktop. Okay, I'm not sure what this is about. Check it out if you want to do remote desktop. Don't have a lot of familiarity with this option. Key rename, battery name, okay. And packages, okay. This is for package management. Wallet. So what manages wallets? Okay. A wallet for. I think this is probably going to lead back to some form of crypto mining or cryptocurrency work, but I'm not sure. But that's the only place where I know wallets are needed. Removable media utility. This is your dock. This is this down here. You can literally turn it off and not have it come up at all when you boot the system. So that's kind of like that. Setup utility for gestures. Okay, so that's for keyboard gestures. Okay, that's for keyboard specialists. Media player, that's for video playing, NVIDIA server settings, OBS, this is what I installed. Octopi, I think I chose this as well from the post installation page. Octopi, I just chose it because I think that it might be a separate software center that I might use in case I can't get something on the main one. But then after I realized that, or I remembered that the main one is really all that I'm gonna need, I'm just installing this in case something happens and the main one is crashed. But I probably won't use it because I'm not planning to install a lot of things, just a few stuff that I need. So that's that. Yeah, I installed OBS. This is a document viewer. Open connect to devices via KDE Connect. I'm not sure what this is, but I'm not interested in it. Optimus Manager, this is what switches between both graphics cards, so that's good. You need to have that. Pace, I'm sorry, I'm not sure what this is, but I'm not interested in it right now. Is that actually Q? Yeah, it is. It's Qt. Alright, and you have test utility and video capture utility. Okay, video capture utility. Let's see what this is. If this is something, if these programs has something that can basically capture the screen without using OBS, that would be good. But this just looks like an image viewer though, or something, because it just comes up blank. Where are we? After Qt, reboot to EFI. Okay, that's basically not what I want to do right now, but yeah. I'm not sure if this will basically allow me to change the settings that I want to change in the BIOS, but I'm gonna check it out. A simple GUI for reflector. Not sure what this is, but I'm not fully interested in it right now. Software token small. What's this? Soundwire service. Okay, I think that's for some audio streaming services, so I'll check that out. Let me just click on it right now because, okay, as I thought, so basically you can send the audio that is coming from your phone to your computer. This is good. This is useful for me, at least, in some cases. Spectacle, this is for screenshotting. This is what I use to basically take the screenshots of everything that I showed you before without using OBS or without using anything else. I just use that. Speedometer, what the hell is this? Oh, GPS thing. Okay. Hibernate sleep. System monitor shows you stuff. System settings is basically where we were before. What's this now? User feedback, Vim, text editor, Wi-Fi hotspot. Okay, Wi-Fi hotspot. I'm not sure if this basically allows you to hotspot your Wi-Fi, but it would be really cool if it does. We're gonna check it out before we close this window. I don't think there's anything else here that I want to see. No. Drop down terminal. No. Simple GUI for editing YAD settings. YAD. Not sure what this is, but I'm not interested in it right now until I get more familiar with it. GPS information. So this is what I know. This is what I want to know. If you can basically Wi-Fi interface, what is it doing? Connecting devices. If you can basically use your computer as a hotspot. I don't really want to do anything that I don't fully know about yet. 5 GHz and 2.4. Okay, we're gonna check on this at different time. So let's close that out. James DSP is up there. OBS is here. What's this? Okay, it's opening up. Oh, system activity. Okay, so we have this thing that looks like your task manager. It works very well. OBS and the dock. This is why I actually took out the dock in the last time I was using Garuda. The dock was taking up quite a bit of memory while I was doing other stuff. I was surprised at how much this little dock here can take up. So that's nice to have right there. This is what now? Oh, the Greenify. So some of these programs, they don't close, you have to quit them. So if you did any overclocking, I guess in Greenify, it would stay opened there running your overclocking settings until you close it, I believe. Alright, so those are basically all of the applications that came with Garuda as far as I can see. We touched on everything, and all of the settings that I think I wanted to change are changed. I mean, things are moving a bit quicker now. Animations are good, and I'm okay with the this is just Garuda. It's just very nice. You get a good wallpaper, you slap it on there, you just change a few things, a few tiny things just to your liking, and that's it. What did I do? What else did I do? Oh, we're going to go into OBS because I'm going to show you the settings that I configured for my setup in OBS every time I'm doing it. Alright guys, this is OBS. Now into settings, and my stream settings, when you just install it, it's going to ask if you want to configure for streaming only or for streaming and recording, or I think it's for recording only or streaming and record, one of them, but I did for both. And when it got to the page where it's gonna ask you for a key so that it can configure the speed settings and so forth, so that's why we have this right here. I don't even remember if you installed it on Windows it did that. I don't think so, but it does it here. Output. This does not work with NVIDIA. It's recording right now, so you probably won't see the other settings, but it doesn't work with my NVIDIA cards. I don't know why. They say that it's because my card is too old. I don't know if that is the case, but it doesn't work in terms of using my NVIDIA card to process the encoding. It doesn't do it. So I have to use my Intel card, and it does perfectly well apparently on Linux. I'm not sure how or why it does this good, but it does well. And I just set these settings to 500 for the bitrate. It doesn't need to be much more than that. That's probably too much, but it's fine right there just to get a good, and I probably would have gotten a bit smoother performance if I up this, but it's good enough for me, trust me. Recording, I just usually have it to use the streamer encoder settings, so everything that's here, same thing that will be applied when you're doing an offline record. Audio settings, I keep that stock. I keep that as 160. I think that's good enough. I don't touch anything here. And nothing was in general really. I never really touch anything here. This is just normal stuff like language and so forth. Snaps, these are just fine with me. They're just a few things that you really need to change. Audio, as I said, nothing much to change in the audio settings. 48 is fine. I'm using this C1U mic, so that's all I changed. Video, 1080p, 1080p. This is, I think this is the second option from the best, and I use this one. I could have used the best, so I'm gonna actually change that and come back. Alright guys, so I just changed it to this one, which is what's that? Lanxos, I don't know, but this is the best one. This is the cleanest one. I always do 30. I just use 30. 30 just, it's easier to edit, it's easier to process, it's easier to do everything. And when I'm done editing this, you guys probably won't know that it's 30 unless you actually go and click on it. So let's just jump back right in that. I'm not sure why I closed that. Right, because that's basically all that I do. I just make sure that these are what I have them as. That's as it is. My output settings is it's this. It says MPEG VA API. There's another option that says X264. There's another one for software, and there's another one for the NVIDIA, which is NVENC. NVENC doesn't work for me, and this works, so it's MPEG. And here is where you can change like the graphics card but it doesn't work for the graphics card, so this works fine for me, as I said. And you see what's going on here, guys, with this? I don't know. See, it wasn't like this before, so there's a little glitch here in terms of like how the words are shown. It's not the first time I'm seeing this, but it's not a problem for me right now because I know where everything's at. I know where everything is. I did change this from CBR to VBR because I know that VBR is faster and CBR is by default, which is going to give you better, it's going to look better, actually has better quality. So I think I'll just keep that one. Okay. And I'll start the recording. So I don't know if this is going to be any much better than how it was, but I just changed it a while ago, so we'll see. And that's it for my OBS settings. Let's see, I'm not sure if I installed anything else. No, I just installed OBS and I got this up. There's one more thing that I wanted to tell you guys, because with every distro, it doesn't matter if what I'm doing on it, but I have to have something that I can use to edit videos, and Blender is a good one. Blender, I usually just get a version of Photoshop because GIMP I'm not familiar with GIMP at all, so I won't use it, and I have Photoshop already, so let's put that very nice password right there and have this installed. So I'm gonna have Blender down, and yeah, you just get the programs that you want here. This is a very good store. I'm not even sure why I installed Octopi, because the stock one just has everything. Alright, Blender is done. Something's still running. I'm not sure why you see. Oh, it's just a small bug, I think, but it's not serious. I think everything is okay. So there it is. Right, and you can launch Blender from there. I'm not gonna launch it right now. We're running a good kernel. We're running on the latest driver for our card. So yeah, that's basically what I do. There's also everything that Garuda comes with. It doesn't come with much, although I went through a few programs as well, but it actually doesn't come with much, and those programs are very light, as you can see. But yeah, that's basically what I do. I just get my video editing program, make sure that my drivers are work, and I have a good kernel. Everything will be stable. I don't usually install any other applications aside from the little ones that I tell you about, like DroidCam and so forth, any little extra tweak that I need, because this distro comes with a lot of good applications on it that you can use. Yeah, that's basically gonna be it. This is probably a long video, but if you want to know everything about Garuda on a base install, then that is it. And any other thing else, then you can just have a go and install it and take your time and check it out. Very stable. Everything else works. I'll definitely be supporting Garuda for as long as I know myself, and see the improvements that they make, and any other distro that they come out with. I'll review it, I'll check it out. Garuda all the way. Fedora right now, to be honest, Fedora has I think it's in beta right now for Fedora 36, and I already know how Fedora 35 functions, and also I'm waiting in Fedora 36 to test it, because right now Fedora 36 is not even on their main website. It's still in beta, so that's probably why they haven't put it out, and it's not fully stable. There are issues with the taskbar and so forth, so I decided to pass on it because I saw it and I was like, whoa, Fedora 36, I gotta go get that. But it's not fully ready as yet. And this is Fedora's main site, Fedora Workstation, and that's Fedora 35 right there. So Fedora 36 is not here. However, if you type in Fedora 36, you will be greeted with options where you can get it. And this is from where? This is from It's Fast. This is from It's Fast. This is news. Oh, let me just put the download right there. Let me check the news too. Maybe the news will have a download link. This is what I see everybody using. I'm not ready for it yet until it's stable. It has GNOME 41 KDE. I'm not a GNOME fan, guys. You must know that by now. This is just the thing about what it comes with. It's definitely in beta. So you have a Fedora project here. This is that where we were just on Fedora 36 installation, the project here. This is where you probably will be able to get it from if you want to test it out. And if you guys request it in the video, I actually will just throw it in a flash drive and just install it right beside Garuda. But only if you say so, because not only until it's stable. So right, you have a whole lot of different download versions here for the different spins, and I think KDE Live, this would be the one that I would want. Boom. So yeah, this would be the one that I would download. So if you want me to do a video on this Fedora 36, even though it's not stable, but we could go into it and run through it, find out what's not stable, have our own experience, and see if it's actually usable. If the instability that people say it has, they're just minors, and we can actually edit some videos on there and see what quality we get from it. So we can test it out, but you'll have to recommend that it's in beta 1.4. As soon as a stable release comes out, if it goes on this official site, I'll definitely go get it. I'll be one of the first to get it. But for the time being, Garuda is all the way, and any other distro is basically run in a virtual machine or run on a small partition for testing purposes only. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you very much for your support and all. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. I edit this video. I don't know when I'll have it out, but I'll have it out as soon as I'm done. And as I said, if you guys request it, I'll do the Fedora video. Alright, there, so stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel, please. I really would appreciate that. Hit the like button. It really helps the channel and it helps the YouTube algorithm. So go ahead and hit that like button for me, please. And I'll see you guys in the next one.